everyone, welcome to the new episode of Slice of Life with Madhavi featuring Young India. Today I have two amazing young adults with me who have a little bit of entrepreneurship experience with them. So let's hear from them what they have to say. Of course, the new season of Shark Tank India is also coming on Sony Live. Yeah, they are not paying me for that, but let's talk about them as well. So here they are.
Hello, I'm Gaurav Sarda. I'm 17 and I'm a budding entrepreneur. I've started my e-commerce business and I'm running it since 2 years.
Hello, I'm Riya Kothari. I'm 18 years old and I am a CA aspirant and also have a small business.
Good to have you guys here. To start off with, tell me, what do you understand about entrepreneurship?
I believe that entrepreneurship means creating something, managing your own business, creating something, making a change.
Okay. That sounds good.
Entrepreneurship is more of finding your passion and doing something for that. It can be a cause-related thing or a business. So I think that's what entrepreneurship is.
And why do you think that nowadays it is so much talked about? Is it about the valuation? Is it about the Shark Tank India? Or is it about that you actually wanted to do something as, while growing up? So for me, I actually wanted to do something while growing up because I had seen my aunt, running a sari business out of her home. It was very small boutique where she used to have, buy saris and sell, and it was very nice. I used to love the experience of, she flaunting the saris in front of women and then they buying it. It was really amazing for me, and from that I also always used to think, oh, this is something I would love to do in future. So that's how I started dreaming of being an entrepreneur. I would like to know from you guys when it started, it stuck with you and how it started. Maybe Riya can speak first.
So to be an entrepreneur is to follow your passion, as I said. So just following what you really like and making it a career or something of a business is what called out to me. So yeah.
So Riya, did you learn it from someone or did you see someone doing it?
I think it was more of my friend circle. So a lot of people these days are into this, even if it's in their free time or a very small outlook to something, that is one of the reasons.
Great, thank you. So yeah, what about you?
So actually I was reading books and I think everyone in this generation is okay, we need to start something. Nobody wants to do 9 to 5, right? That's actually what's going on around. Nobody wants to do 9 to 5, rat race nahi karna. So that was something which I was reading a lot about, and then actually I started my own thing in COVID. So I was quite free. I just gave my 10th, so I was free and I was like, let's do something. Let's start your own thing. I'm not sure how I got into this business because it was a lot of chaos, but I'm grateful that I did, and it takes a lot of discipline and takes a lot of patience actually, because you have to keep going on even when you don't get any response and thing. So I think that, and basically everyone is more into starting your own thing, not just doing one thing, not just studying. You have to do some extracurricular activities as well. So I think that is what inspired me to start my own thing.
Great. So you spoke about your thing. So what are you doing exactly? क्या तुम हमें बता सकते हो कि what is your startup about? क्या कर रहे हो तुम?
Okay, so in a nutshell, it's an e-commerce business. So it's basically a gifting thing. So lately, a lot of people wanna show your affection to someone. You gift them, but just buying something from a store and gifting them doesn't show your affection. So we started a business where you give your own personal touch, and that's how it started. So now we have 25 products and you can customize according to your ideas, your choices. Whatever you have in your headspace, you tell me, I'll curate products according to that. So that's how it's going. And yeah, the customer, like, a lot of people are like, oh wow, we can do this as well. Oh wow, can you do this for me? They give us ideas as well. We tell them, you can do this, you can do that. And yeah, so basically custom made products. And we are right now we are just selling on Instagram, but we have also affiliated with some websites as well. So yeah, and Pan India.
That sounds really cool. So मतलब अगर आपको किसी को गिफ्ट करना है और आप कंफ्यूज हैं कि अरे मेरा बर्थडे है, मेरे फ्रेंड का बर्थडे है, व्हाट शुड आई गिव? सो दैट टाइम यू हैव टू रिमेंबर हिम, इजंट इट?
Yeah.
So Riya, what are you working on?
I'm working with my aunt on a handcrafted skin and hair care brand. So what I'm doing is helping her expand her products and her services in Pune. So it's everything to do with skin, hair and body care. So products ranging from hair oils and everything to bath salts and bath bombs, all of those kinds of things. So it's more of your personal thing, but you can also gift it to your friends and family.
Oh, so they are also gifts, right? I mean, but here they are more of on your skin care and beauty care, I would say, body care, yeah. And here it is more of customized. Sounds great. ये सब करते वक्त सबसे डिफिकल्ट चीज क्या लगती है आप लोगों को?
I think it's a lot of commitment and patience throughout the entire process. So you just don't get 10,000 followers and 10,000 orders day one. So it's a lot of patience and it's a very continuous process, which is one of the main challenges doing something like this.
I believe that, again, what she said, you need to be very disciplined. You need to have you need to give time. So you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and it'll happen. You have to work on it. It will eventually happen, but if you don't work from day one till day 100, it's not gonna happen, because running like an Instagram thing, you don't get any response till like 4th or 5th month, but you still have to keep going on. You have to post your content. So I think discipline will be one major thing. Patience, you don't have to rush into something, and it's very demoralizing. Like if something is not happening according to you, obviously it'll give you a major, okay, what is going wrong? Anxiety hoti hai. So you have to deal with that a lot, I guess. It's a lot of pressure, but it's equally rewarding.
I guess perseverance is the word, that you should not give up in whatever, कुछ भी हो जाए, बस give up नहीं मारना है. So while my journey at ThatMate, I'll say I would like to share that a lot of times I have felt, so my friends work at Shell, and they keep traveling to Europe in business class. That was the life I had before ThatMate, and it was quite rewarding as well. However, now when I see them sharing this on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm like, man, I'm missing out. And especially when there are challenges. Oh, what should I do? Like, it was better when I had a job. But at the same time, when I see I impacted someone with this podcast, if I'm reaching out so many people, अगर किसी को भी थोड़ा सा भी फायदा हो रहा है, कुछ भी थोड़ा सा अच्छा एक न्यूज आती है, I feel, oh, I started for this, and then I'm back to what I was doing. There are different check-ins that I do, like talking to my friends who are co-building, then talking to my mentors. So आप लोग क्या करते हो? So what you guys do when you are stuck at a point कि अब क्या करना है? So who are your mentors or coaches, or do you have them at all? Who is your ThatMate when it comes to business?
Like a source of inspiration or something?
Source of inspiration, or if you're
Just rant maybe, or
just rant, just take help from, or a safe space to discuss anything or everything, especially about the business.
I think that will be my family, because my family comes from a business background. My dad is handling a business. My mom is also helping out in the business. So whatever problem I face, I think I go to the family, because that's like the best source. And so I run the business with my sister. So if I have a deadlock, I go to her and she'll help me out. If she's in a deadlock, I'll help her out. So it goes both ways.
Riya, you would like to add something?
So just like he said, I think I agree with going to family and just hearing their perspective on this and how to move forward with a deadlock or a instance that you want to overcome. So I think that's one of the main few people that we go to, and maybe your closest friends who really understand you and how you can move forward with your challenges is very important.
There are even apps like for creativity and all. So I take a lot of inspiration from, say, Pinterest.
Yeah.
So Pinterest is like one of the most non-toxic app we have right now. So I think that's a pretty good, like if you are stuck somewhere, you can go there. It's very good for creativity as well. If you like properly surf and all, you get a lot of ideas.
Great. You both spoke about talking to family, or when you are stuck, having patience as well while you are building up. So I would also like to know from you, like for especially for me, I really find that entrepreneurship is a lonely journey, and having a great co-founder really helps. So like 2 days back, I was struggling so much, and I messaged my co-founder Nishan. Nishan, I'm really stuck. What should I do? He's like, Madhavi, Monday blues. Just chill. You have me and you have you. We will keep building. So this is a kind of inspiration. This is a kind of support we all need. Also, I have a mentor whom I go back to all the time. He mentioned that, see, you are already a winner. Don't worry about the outcome, because you have given up what people are scared to give up, and you have been building for years now. So whatever the outcome may be, just keep doing. And the most important thing while building up a product or building up an organization is you are so much into it that you think that, okay, I'm doing this because I wanted to do this. This is the, I guess, leap of faith that you took. So while starting up for you too, what was that leap of faith? Why? Like, what was that point? Oh yes, I have to start it.
I think for me it was, I had a little bit of free time which I wanted to invest in something and gain an experience out of it, which is why I teamed up with my aunt. And I think just like Madhavi said, she has a mentor who she can go back to. I think for me it's my aunt, because she's been doing this for so long. So I think with everything there's always a discussion, and you come to a conclusion where both of you agree and move forward for it. So yeah, that's...
Yeah, Rohit,
Gaurav.
Sorry, Gaurav, for you, who has been the go-to, not go-to person, but what was that leap of faith for you when you decided, yes, I have to do it?
Okay, so when I hadn't started Artistic Affairs, I hadn't even thought about it. Before that, my friends encouraged me a lot. So this was like a thing where I used to give them on birthdays and everything. So they were like, okay, you have this talent. Why don't you just start a business and see how it goes? And this was not just one person. It was my core friends group. It was my family. It was my relatives. Everyone was saying that, you know what, y'all should start it because y'all are doing pretty fine. And that's, I think, my friends and my family were the major factor why I started it.
Yeah. So these are like 17 and 18 years old, and they were like, oh, I had a lot of free time. I don't even remember what I was doing when I was 17 and 18. Must be loitering around on the roads and doing nothing when I was like 17 or 18 maybe, or must be busy doing tuitions. But I mean, really, you guys are so inspiring. So as I said, like I know like you took this leap of faith because of your friends and family. And what do you think, like, where do you want to see this business to grow as? So for me, I really want to impact a lot of teenagers, a lot of people, not only in India, but of course abroad, because this is mental health is a crisis right now, and we need to work on it. So what are your aims about your startup?
Okay, so firstly, very highly motivated right now because I'm listening to a lot of podcasts where everyone is like, okay, you should build 1,000 crore brand, 100 crore brand. So very highly motivated to do that. Of course, that's like a very high aim, but still, I wanna not just gifting, but I wanna do something. I'm not sure what, but definitely like scale up the business, go worldwide, and there's a lot of things I get to discover on what to do. So maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Riya?
Yeah, so I think I agree with him as to scaling up the business to a greater extent. Of course, that's like a vision very forward. And so I think for me, I'll be making skincare and hair care a priority, which people neglect a lot of the time. So I think that's a very important thing that keeps me going. So yes.
Yeah. So you guys yourself are in your teens and you're building for teenagers. So what is the one thing that not only teenagers, but because Riya is also building a skincare brand, so it is for everyone. So what is the one thing that is your top priority? So for us at ThatMate, building that impact where people are not thinking that mental health is a taboo, and they are coming out and seeking help is something that we want to bring in. This is the change as a platform or as an organization we want to bring in. We want to move the kids from the survival mode to the thrival mode. This is what our vision is. So what are your visions about your organizations?
Okay, so lately, even if you notice, customized gifts is the thing. Customized everything. You go out, you want something custom made. You don't want something which everyone owns, right? But when you do that, when you go that, it goes really expensive. I'm pretty sure everyone has noticed by now. So when we started, same vision is still there, that keeping things affordable, even though it's customized, we try to keep it as affordable as possible, because even I've noticed around that the very similar businesses, very niche businesses, they're also very expensive when you go to customization. So I want to build a brand where everything's not that expensive, it's affordable, even everyone, even teens can buy it. So few of my products are just curated for teenagers, few of them are just curated for elder people. So I keep that in mind, that you have to keep it affordable. Don't have to just overcharge everything because it's just customized.
I'm going to bid on Gaurav about this because I've had multiple reorders from him in the last few times. So I know how affordable it is and how he just puts his heart into everything. So that's really inspiring about it. So for me, I think it was, so we ranged from all types of skin types to hair types. So it was more about giving a product to the person that he really needs. So it was more about formulating a product base that would suit all skin types and be really customizable and good for them.
Okay. So यहाँ पे मैंने सुना that you said कि according to the users that you work with, right? So do you often talk to your users, and do you incorporate that feedback and how it goes? So guys, so right now before this podcast, I just interacted with these guys and they had such amazing, insights for ThatMate. They said nowadays, mental health is really cool. It's not something that is a taboo, maybe because of the Netflix series we want, that where everybody is going for therapy. So yeah, and they are my target audience. So how cool is it to talk to your target audience and know about your product? So let's hear out from them. How often do they talk to their, customers or users, and how they use their feedback to improvise the product. So maybe Riya can go first.
So again, feedback is really important and it's a very crucial part for every business, I would say. So for us as well, we hear back from our customers, and given that they reorder, we have that confidence that yes, the products are really working and it's useful and they're finding some use out of it. So that's really important, and again, people come up to us, oh, this happened, so you should change something about it, or maybe give us a different solution for it. So that really helps people's feedback or their customers' feedback.
Okay, so for me, as artistic talk is just on Instagram, I directly get to talk to my customers one-to-one, and even they feel that, oh, okay, the person is talking to me directly, I can be very open about it. So one thing we do to just check with the customers is we give them an additional discount so that you give me your feedback, I'll give you a discount. So that's like one thing we definitely do. So every time we give a product, we're like, you know what, give me your feedback and I'll help you out. Just help us out and help us grow as well. And people are really nice, Rohan, actually. I've noticed people are genuinely nice. They'll be like, you know what, you should have done this. You know what, you should have done that. They give us advice, which helps us grow. So I talk to them one-to-one directly.
That's such a cool insight, that giving a discount for getting feedback. Isn't it cool, guys? Like, if they are favoring you for something, just ask them, like if you are asking your customer for help, just offer them good discount. Very nice idea, amazing.
Yeah.
Now building your product. So there are a lot of people who are trying to build something these days. I know you said your friends are also doing a lot. Why do you think that there is sudden upsurge of startups, or people want to build up or do something? Or like, can you talk about what goes in the mind of Gen Z these days?
So I think millennials, I would contradict a little, because millennials, they probably had a vision or a passion to do something, but that was not the boost that they got. For us, like Gen Zs, I think we have the boost and we have the platform to promote it as well and grow from that. So I think that was a very big difference between the millennials, I would say, and us, is the platform and the surroundings and the support that we're getting is very different.
I think it's the freedom. It's a freedom that, even the parents, they support a lot. What you want to pursue something, you go ahead, you pursue your passion, and it's in every field, not just being entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I recently met a rapper, so he's lost. He's like not continuing his studies and he's doing music full time, and he's doing really well. And it wasn't the case when he started. So I guess it's the freedom. You can pursue whatever you want. I think that's how everyone is going into starting a thing.
This I remember. So when I got a job at Shell, my dad was like, "Isn't ONGC hiring you?" So because for them getting into a government job or getting into stability was so important. But nowadays parents have become really cool and they really are not thinking that their kids should actually pursue something that is very traditional. I guess that is very cool about the parents then. Have you heard the last episode of our podcast that talks about what Indian parents want? So there we came to know that, of course, that apart from good marks and having to control the lives of the teenagers, parents also want their happiness. So I guess this thing is coming from that.
Even I think lately extracurricular activities are giving more importance, even in school, and I think we've been told that you should do extracurricular activities. Just studies is not going to get you anywhere. You have to do something. You have to do sports. You have to keep on going. You have to learn a musical instrument. You have to do something. You have to keep on going, because again, competition. There's a lot of competition right now. Everyone is doing something. I think extracurricular activities को promote कर रहे हैं. इसीलिए I guess that's why we are also getting the chance to build something.
Yeah, and with the same thing, there's a lot of experience that comes through the entire process, which is really crucial for when you're done with your studies and really have to step out in the world. So having that experience at such a young age is very beneficial, and really helps us face the real world and the real people outside.
So guys, we have come to our last segment, that is rapid fire, where I'll be asking rapid questions and they have to answer rapidly. I don't know how rapid they will be though, okay? And I have not changed the name of the section because I think it is really cool. Thanks Coffee with Karan for that. So here you go. How many snoozes in your alarm?
5 minimum.
What is your guilty pleasure?
I think listening to music continuously, even when I'm doing anything, even when I'm studying actually.
Most irritating habit of your parent or your sibling, who is your co-founder as well?
Most irritating habit, keep on reminding me that you have to do this, you have to do this. Even when I know I have to do it, keep on reminding me 10 times, second alarm.
Okay. which snoozes a lot of times, right?
I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
Last person you stalked on Instagram.
I am not much of a stalker. I don't think.
Okay. What's keeping you busy these days?
Definitely social life, business, studies. तीनों का हैंडल करने में बहुत है.
वो बहुत बिजी लड़का है ये. Okay. What comes to your mind when I would say these words? Periods.
Sorry?
Periods.
Support.
Depression.
I'm not sure. Nothing.
Relationships.
I don't know. Healthy.
Healthy. Okay.
No.
Exams.
Stress.
Social media.
Fun and awesome.
India.
Growing culture.
Great. Thank you. Text or call? What do you prefer?
Call.
If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
When am I completing my CA?
Okay. Which song will you choose for a breakup? Not a very song person? Okay. How do you cope up with stress?
I think going to my safe space, as in her first podcast, I think going to those people that really understand you.
Okay. And advice to your younger self?
Just live your life.
And advice to your elder self?
Just live your life.
Insta or Snapchat?
Instagram.
What comes to your mind when I say these words? Periods.
Cramps.
Depression.
Anxiety.
Relationships.
Connection.
Exams.
Stress.
India.
Diversity.
Sundays are incomplete without?
Friends and family.
What is the one thing that you love about ThatMate?
I think it's it's an amazing platform for teenagers and by the teenagers and Madhavi herself. So that's a really good space and a platform where you can connect with a lot of people.
Cool. Thank you so much. So this was our podcast on Kickstart for Startups. Do hear us, do listen us on Spotify, Amazon Music and everywhere, wherever you can find us. And don't forget to share. Thank you.